Alright, I got this muffler. It was the easy side. Can't really see anything in there. But I got it off, and it was just held in with a couple tailpipe hangers. It had a lot of, about 3/4 of this old gasket in it. But I chiseled it out, and my new donuts on there, and I kind of tapped it around to where it looks like it'll seal good there on the outside. So this one pretty straightforward. Those little glass packs are going to be loud, but I had a bad exhaust leak right here. Anyway, I'm about ready to put this back in. I'll just prop it up with a jack stand over there and get it up in here and get it started. Make sure that it looks like it's sealing. Tighten it up and then put my hangers back on. Now I got it all back in. I cut off that extension and made it toward the back. Now this one here needs to be cut off and shoved in too, but this one's about even with the back tire. And I made this one here just a little past the frame. But that's a lot better. It's all bolted down and tight. So try to find my tripod here, and I'll set you up and we'll start it, see what it sounds like. Not smoking anymore, a little bit, but the exhaust leak has stopped and it's pretty quiet. Dude, the motor sounds a lot better now. Just hear a little ticking in it, one lifter, but it's not idling bad. So I'm going to let her run and get all this, get it hot again. I left that radiator cleaner in there. I'll dump all that radiator cleaner out, put some water in. I drained all the cleaner out of it. And it didn't look too bad, a little rusty. And I filled it up with fresh water again and ran it until the thermostat opened. I'm draining it once more. The water, like I said, didn't look too bad. But anyway, I was playing around with the key switch there, and I managed to get it hooked up right again. And you can see the temperature gauge is working. Generator lights still don't work, but what I did find is when I ground the fuel gauge works now. So the sending units back there, and it's kind of hard to get to. So I pulled the wires out here for this Cadillac seat, and I got a battery here. I'm going to try to see if this seat works and move it forward. Hopefully it will. Well, the backward and forward motor is trying to work. I just paid a bunch of WD-40 in there as best I could. I'll see if I can try it. I don't know if it's going to show you anything or not. I'll try to get this thing to move forward. Did pull out of the floor pretty easy. It's moving about 1/8 of an inch. That's about it. Now it quit working altogether. No, it's still working. Doesn't seem to be getting any better. And it just quit. Probably overheated it. I don't see any other way of moving this thing. Well, what I'm going to try to do is crawl under here and see if I can get to these bolts, and if I can just unbolt it from the floor, I can tilt it forward for now, and at least I can get up there to that gas gauge. That's what I'm after. I don't know, it looks like these seats might tilt forward. I tried to take this cover off here, but I couldn't see anything. And I'll crawl under it, pull these bolts loose, and see if I can move that seat. No problem at all to get that seat loose. I have these bolts in it here tight. I got it pulled loose from the floor. That's out. At least I can see the mechanism here. Try to hook my battery up again and see what's happening. Looks like there's two wires. I didn't know what they were. They're a seat belt. safety device. So this shouldn't have anything to do with this motor. I'll cover it with some more WD-40. Surprisingly enough, looks like I got plenty on it. Let's see if I can get it to move again. You know, just getting the weight off of it. It's moving about an inch now. You can't really tell which one of these motors is working. Looks like it might be that bottom one right here. Yeah, it's warm. So I'll just oil it up some more and let it soak a minute, and then I'll see about that gas gauge. Well, that was pretty easy. I just tapped it with a rubber hammer and got it to moving. It's going all the way to the limit on both sides. And that's the only control that works. Up and down don't do anything. And the forward and reverse tilt don't do anything. These motors are probably bad. I don't know. I can work on those another day. At least at this point, it's moving. And now I can get in here and do something about this gas sending unit. Well, it's pretty toasted. It might still work. I could probably save it. There's quite a bit of crap there. The tank looks rusty. Let's see if I can get set up here with some light. Yeah. It's rusty for sure. Not really super bad. I can't really see with this light. Let me get a different one. I don't know if this camera's going to show it or not. Looking down in there, it don't look too terribly bad. Can't tell what the camera's showing or not showing. Killing my focus for sure. Yeah, it looks like I zoomed in where there wasn't nothing left. But that's the only position I can get you that's where the light and the camera's both working. It's got some stuff in it, but not too terribly bad. I'm trying to see, you can see the side there. Anyway, it looks like there's about an inch of gas down in there. Yeah, this is not gonna do what I need it to do. Need a bore scope. It's got surface rust, and it's not real pretty, but I think it's doable. Well, of course, if you were restoring this truck, you'd want to take that tank out of there and clean it and coat it with something. But for my purposes, just running it with a good filter to catch that rust before it gets to the pump. The holes down here in the bottom that gas line. Don't look bad. Like I said, it's got surface rust in it, but it doesn't look like it's really pitted or anything. So I think the tank is good for what I want. And now I'll cut this old carpet out of here. And I'll put that back in it just to seal the fumes a little bit and see what kind of rust issues I got here. Now I got the seats out, I get the carpet out pretty easy. By the way, this little light my wife got me at Home Depot shines a red light, which I don't know what that's good for. Got a single beam there, and you hold it, it dims, and then it's got a bright setting, and there's two big lights on it, and it produces a lot of light, and it's you know, nice and small and compact. I don't know what it was. Only 15-20 bucks. Made by HDC 323, whatever that is. Anyway, it's got a little place for a clip to put it around your head or something. Turned out it's real handy little light. Well, the floor don't look too super terribly bad. It's got a lot of surface rust, but it ain't rusted out. A little maybe thin right in here, but it's still got paint on it actually. I think I can wire brush this and put a little rust converter on it. Spray it down good with primer. And the floorboard, I figured it was going to be rusted out. It's got some pretty thin spots, but there ain't no holes in it. And the carpet soaked up water and did a number on it, but actually really not bad at all. So that's good news. So that'll be a job for a day to rip the rest of that carpet out of there and wire brush this, put some rust converter on it, and prime this stuff. It'll probably be alright. Just for kicks, we'll do a little last check of the seat. Yeah, works good. All the way up. All the way back. And the other motors are not working. I don't know if it's a motor. Probably not. It's probably in that switch set up there. But I'll play with that a little more. It would be nice to have it tilt. But that's kind of going to do it for today. This is the third batch of water I put in here. And looks like it's running pretty clear now. So I'll do it again tomorrow. I'll fill it up and get it hot and drain it once more. But I think most of the rust come out of it. Still smokes pretty good here when you first start it. But I've got those valve cover seal or valve guide seals. I'll just put them on the intakes. I think that's where it's leaking. Of course, when you start it, it just sucks oil right down in there. and it sets in a cylinder, and once it sets about an hour, then it smokes just for a few seconds and it quits. But we'll get that sorted out. So Mr. Ford here, moving along. I'll get that carpet and stuff out of there and clean up that floorboard, paint it, put some carpet in it. I got a big piece of pretty decent carpet, and I'll do the same to the bed, and hopefully I can get on that AMX here one of these days.